Hi, welcome to this DMDF Twin Flame Tower Love reading. My name's Sophia. Welcome to this community. So what I was getting was like the judgment card, the judgment call. There's a wake up, there's a waking up to that nothing's changing. Same old, same old. So it's like, obviously, you know, you probably think I cuss out all other tarot readers. Well, let's be fair, I kind of do. But my point is up in here is that they say this is going to happen, that's going to happen, right? But some of them do, you know, fair enough. They say, you know, you have to take action on it. But you're seeing that by just watching and hoping and fingers crossed, or just saying I'm a light worker, twin flame, whatever, nothing's happening. There's no changes. In fact, I feel it's getting worse with your person. That's what I'm getting. I just want to say, I'm going to put out a couple of these in case you want to buy my cards, in case you want to get into tarot, to clarify, but we don't need cards. You get the downloads. I just like to make cards. I like using them. I had a download about Sheetal in case you're watching. Sheetal don't need cards. She can do them without the cards, but has a Sheetal, if you know, right, probably has the most cards on this planet. She has so many decks of cards, but she doesn't need them. But anyway, so let's jump in. Oh, I've changed the Facebook group. Now, everything I do is for a reason, and I apologize, but if you know, I've got a new link down below. I'll put a post in the new one, in the old one today, to transfer you over to the next one. Now, you want things in life. It's not easy. You know, easy come, easy go. So literally switching from one to the next, I feel that's a good thing, because then only those that are serious and love the information and the time, the free time that the people in mission put in the Facebook will go to the new one. So if we leave the old ones in the old, they're in the old. So please click on the link below. There's a new Facebook, and us in mission will let you in. I've told everyone in mission to look out, so you don't have to wait a while. And then we're going to start. It's like, you know, with a 2222 portal thing, it was massive, right? So it's like I said, there's a judgment, a resurrection. There's all this going on now. So I wanted a new group to release the old. And I don't care if only one goes in the group. If one's in there, then I might post in there. Do you see what I mean? But anyway, so the link, the new one's below, so check that out. Like I say, everyone who's in mission is in posts in there, give you far more information. So let's see what's going on here. I want to see if it's about love, but I feel, well, I know this energy that's out here now is about loving oneself. The counselling program, I'm adding the health program in the counselling, because health is very important. And I notice most that I deal with presume they're healthy. They misunderstand that being fat, right, that's how they class as unhealthy. Totally disregard what they put in their mouth. It's extremely important. And you might think, well, what's health got to do, food you eat, with counselling? Because it's negative. And why it's fun. And I've just got to make this point, and I'll jump in. I do, well, us in mission, well, I don't do counselling anymore. I've still got some people left, so don't worry. I'm still going through the waiting list, but I've stopped doing counselling. But we do, let's just say, in mission, right? I do questions answered, go through sexual abuse and all that, so you can see it. Most people turn the other cheek, which you're turned. You're told from the spiritual bullshit of turn the other cheek, only positive vibes, please, all that bullshit. But the law of this planet is you must confront it. So there's me doing sexual abuse, and here's why sexual, you might think, what's food got to do with it? Food, if you're eating shitty food, is harder to release than sexual abuse. You might not think that. I'll tell you why. Because sexual abuse, you did not ask for, right? Although there's kind of, I've got, you know, I don't want to go too deep. Your 5D contract was to suffer, to be such light. but at the same time, you didn't ask for it, right? Being neglected as a child, you didn't ask for it. To be beaten as a child, you didn't ask for that, right? To be put into a religious cult, tradition, whatever, you didn't ask for it. So anything you didn't ask for, right, is easier to remove. Here's why food is harder. Because this planet doesn't care if you're ignorant, right? Meaning, if a baby went to the edge of the cliff and went over the cliff, the laws of the planet don't say, oh, bless the little cotton socks on that little baby and it's sweet, blah, 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 we'll save that baby. Baby dead, right? If it goes over the cliff. So if you put stuff in your body, right, that is shit, you are intentionally, consciously making an effort to fuck up your insides. So that is harder. So I can remove the sexual abuse, why this long spill, but then you've got all this thick darkness of two things generally. Well, two things. One is what you put in. So food, which you regard as, well, I'm not fat, so I don't put shit in my body. Yes, you do, right? And secondly, in that group is associated with alcohol and drink, right? Putting it in your body. And the other thing is the negative people, which is another video I'm going to put in there. Now, we're light workers. We are here to live on the 3D. Our contract, if we're in mission or working with other light workers, working as a team, collaborating, doing things to change planet Earth, not to be afraid of the dark because you are such light, right? Can you imagine eating all this nasty food? You're not light. But if you're light, don't worry about the dark. The dark is here, right? But so you can go out and I've got to go out and get food. I've got to go out to eat. I've got to go out to stretch. I've got to go, they're not silly. They know that. So you're going to deal with other negative people. That's not the issue. But if you know that your friends and family are not, are eating shit food and talking about crap, someone told me about a war. Now, you might think everyone knows about a war. I did not know there was some fucking war. It pissed me off because I don't. My bubble is fine, right? I can't influence that, but that influenced me by knowing that in a negative, right? Because someone said that. That's what I'm saying. Why do they need to know? If I went out and saw it, which I wouldn't because I don't look at newspapers, I don't look at nothing. You're supposed to just live your life. So my point is the friends and family, like I said, a friend said it to me and I was like, well, it's not friend, right? I'm just saying, right? That influenced me. So once again, if you are, who is shit in your life, and those are the two things that create dark. And I'll say it quickly, but I'll do a video. The planet doesn't care. And I said this to Mission yesterday. This is a short version of what I said to Mission yesterday. And then I'll get into your reading. This planet is black or white. Let's put it that way. Negative or positive. Most people turn the other cheek, middle ground. I can't pick, so I love you and I love that. Right? No. Planet's like, fuck you, matey. Make your choice. Right? Here's where you fuck up, right? And people on planet Earth, right? If I was sexually abused by living with my uncle, my dad, let's just say my dad sexually abused me daily and I lived in his house, right? That's negative, right? That's clearly negative. And then someone as hardcore as me, get the fuck out of that house. You're suffering negative sexual abuse. I go, I've got nowhere to go. And they go, you must have somewhere to go. So I go to my Auntie Sarah Jane. And Auntie Sarah Jane ain't great, right? She's like, oh, fuck off. Or can't you go somewhere else? And I go, I really need to come here. And she puts me in a tiny room. And, she's not horrible, but she's not loving, right? You might say to me, well, that's well done, Sophia. You came out of that sexual abuse. But did you hear? I went with Auntie Jane, who I don't feel loved by. Why am I spitting this out? Because there's negative, right? I want to get into the love part of this. Because Auntie Jane, right, the laws of the planet is like, well, you just went from one negative to another. This is where you lot fuck up. There is no variation with this planet. You're either high or low. So you might sit there cross-legged in a mountain, Reiki, acupuncture, crystals and all this kind of shit, right? And it's like, but eating shitty food and around with negative people, right? I bet you do far more negative than you do positive. It must be overriding with the positive so that it can remove the negative. So that's why I'm doing that in counselling. So I'm just saying you get all this good stuff, which most people don't do shit like that. Not at all. Oh, I don't eat microwave food. So I have a home cooked dinner, Sophia, every day. So I'm healthy. Oh my God. Now the health program, pre-warning, will shock you. And I ain't talking about going vegetarian. I ain't talking about eating seeds every day and nibbling on a carrot. I'm talking basic standards of food that you put in your body that you don't even recognize. I'll give a little tip, like tomato ketchup. You know, right, without looking at the label of tomato ketchup, that does not have any resemblance of tomatoes by tasting it. Think now in your imagination of tomatoes, right? Pure, fresh tomatoes. Now taste, visualize the taste of tomato ketchup. Fuck all to do with it. That's unhealthy. It's as simple as that. And that's a blip. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about basic stuff. And you're intentionally putting that in your body. Yep, I've got to talk about the dark because the dark is here. And you need to know more about the light. So like I said, if I'm removing sexual abuse, which is easier because you didn't ask for it and they know the contract, but you're intentionally defaulting onto eating shitty food, going around with people, and you're wondering why your person now at this time, right, Nine of Swords, is a nightmare, right? Because they're showing you. Love yourself. The 6 and 222s is all about loving yourself here. Grounding yourself as well. And that's the other thing that spiritual leaders, they run from the situations, they don't want to know and stuff. And I get it. Like what you resist, you persists, right? What you, so fighting against that. I don't say to you, lot, go out there and pick it, go out there and fight against the virus, go out there and tell people, you know, about, you know, you don't need to wear the masks. I don't say any of that, right? Right? Too late for that, long time ago, right? But live in your own world is what I'm trying to say. And it's not about avoidance. You are protected if you are light. The question is, are you light? Right? Are you light? That's what the question is. They know this is all these cards to me is about grounding. People say ground yourself. Ground yourself. I'll tell you what grounding means. Grounding means you're too galactic. You're too, oh, I've got guidance. I'm upstairs. I'm connected with Archangel, whoever, right? Ground yourself gets back on planet Earth. That's when they say ground, not walk out with your Jesus sandals and stretch your toes on the grass. That's fuck all to do with grounding yourself. Literally what it means. Ground, right? Stop being too high up your ass, right? Get back and get out and deal with the things that you're supposed to deal with. That's grounding yourself. Dealing with other light workers. Not leaving it for me and this community to deal with it for yourself, whilst you say, oh, I'm just going to go and get high by meditating, yoga, stretching and that, right? It's like, no, you got to deal with this shit. That's what this grounding is, right? So there's a spiritual lesson here, which your person is teaching you. High Priestess. Don't need them. Stuck energy. So let's jump in. I have to say what I got to say. This community isn't like, it's not growing. Mission's not growing. No. We're fucking rising. That's what this is, right? Not this reading. This community is about. We're rising. Because what you're supposed to do, what I'm teaching you to do, what is from them lot teach you to do, is to be a higher person, high priestess. Not to get a load of people in the subscription list and a load of followers. No, I don't give a shit about that, right? This is about how you rise. And rising, like I said, these 3 cards to me is about grounding yourself. You're too up your arse about, I'm a spiritual leader. Is that one? Let me see. Yep. And all this kind of thing. And it's like, High Priestess is in the middle of this. Oh my gosh. Middle, right? Meaning you live off this planet, right? You have to be of this world. It's never for you. I have so many people come into the community, and it's weird because some are too high and then some are too low and don't go galactic, right? And so it kind of makes me laugh. But, you know, it's their lesson to learn. Their lesson to learn. I'm like, you have to have the equal balance. I actually feel I'm more 3D. Most people wouldn't because they think I'm the creator of this community, but I feel I'm definitely more 3D. And then most, hold on, I'm pausing it to see what Quan wants. It might go off again, but anyway, gosh, I had to say what I had to say and started. 9 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords. So this is just your person watching because you're just watching and waiting, which is a nightmare situation. And you're refusing. The third party here is the negative. Third party is, I feel it's your mind. And there's had a lot of, the thing is that the negative inside of you reacts to the reptilian of more negative within inside of you. So there's a lot of fear to take, because if you're watching me, why don't you like book others? Why don't you get into mission? Why aren't you following what you know what to do? It's fear. I feel it's your own mind here that's in this fear. And you might not see it as fear, but there's fear here. 9 of Swords. Because 9 of Swords is anxiety and stuff. And it's fear to move forward. I feel you're getting information. You might be getting downloads, but you're fearing to move forward. So you're slow, you're delaying, your person's delaying. Knight of Pentacles. Yes, fucking hell, there it is, fear, the dragon. He is showing you the fear. He or she is showing you are in fear of something, whatever your situation is. Page of Swords, so you just sit there and watch. This is lack mentality. Like I said, with the Facebook group, for example, like I know that I think nearly 300 people I've got in the other, I say me, but you know, it's us. We've got in the other Facebook group. It's kind of new, but I was quite happy with the 300. I know that not all 300 is going to be bothered, right, to go to this new one. Most people wouldn't close the other one when I got the download to close it, and I don't want to go into details of why, but to close it, I take action on what they say. You fear. That's an example, but that's what you would, well, I'll lose subscribers, I'll lose people, and I won't get paid, I won't get customers. I never question what they tell me, regardless of the outcome or what you feel you're going to lose or what's going to happen. If they tell you something, or they tell me anyway, I do it. And if you follow me, you can tell how many times do I change things up, how many, I've had Sophia Charles, a New Earth community, Starseed Lightworker, Twin Flame community. I've changed this name so many times. I just go with what they tell me, right? And the reason why that is because they can't, that's why you have to live in the now, because tomorrow something else might change. So if they tell you something now to do, you must take action on it. You stall, they stall through fear. Page of Swords, like I said, is like, now you're logicating what they tell you. Like I said, if I got the download to close it, I'm closing it. I couldn't close it because I had to tell mission people, and I wanted to create another one because I knew that people were lazy and after a day they won't click to the new one. You would logicate it. Oh, I'll be left out in the cold. Or I wouldn't have. That's an example of what's going on with you, with whatever your download is. It's like fear here. So reflecting the fear. Ace of Pentacles is about your stability. Something to do with, what is that to do with? Let me ask. Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords. There's something about, what does that mean? Wait 1 sec. I'm asking why that's here. Loss of control. Like you may fear coming into this community because you might want the control of your own business. Ace of Pentacles. There's something about loss of control here. Yeah, oh, there it is. Why is it not the... Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords is like... if you give it up to God, that's the words are out there in the communities and all that kind of thing. You know, give it up and give it up to God. Some line like that. I said this to mission people. I've done a video yesterday. The weight of my shoulders is unreal because I don't have to worry, because I know that they guide me, and whatever they guide me to do is spot on. But you're not used to that, so you're trying to control your physicality with the Ace of Pentacles. They tell you what to do and you're like, that's a bit of a nightmare situation, like scared. You know, I'll just watch and wait for this physicality to change. With the Page of Swords to the Ace of Pentacles. Because I asked them, why is it not the devil? And they said, well, it's your physicality you're trying to hold on to, which upstairs is energetic consciousness. And that's your true authentic self. So if you're fearing something of the physicality, it's mind. That's why it's Nine of Swords. Because you're overthinking. 9 to this Page of Swords is 10. 10 of Swords. So you're stabbing yourself in the back by not following your intuition. And I said exactly this reading to mission people yesterday. Must learn to go. When you follow your intuition, you have nothing to fear. Absolutely. Knight of Wands. Oh my gosh. This street code of texting 1, 2, 3 texts. Why can't they just put it in one? Am I old or what? Casual. Knight of Wands, casual. Like I said, I feel with your person, it's getting worse. It's like, not only is he slow or she, now they're still casual. They're still, because you're still, it's a mirror here. This year is about the lovers, and it's about you loving yourself. Like I said, the food you're eating is fucking you up, man. That's not loving yourself. I don't care if you go to the gym, right? I can promise you, and you know, if you've known me, right, I am not really talking about healthy stuff, but I am quite healthy, right? I am quite healthy. And but I know that you lot are unhealthy, right? And because most will think, oh, well, Sophia's really wise and get the thing, healthy food, healthy mind, which is going to be part of the program. So this is like, well, you're casually at this change, so they're casually, and it's not moving at all. So it's that's why it's here. High Priestess, this is all about your intuition, right? You have to take action on. It's like you get the download to take action on the physicality. And some of you, it's about your physicality. It's like you're just focusing on the physicality. I don't know how else to say it. And you're some fear of the physicality here. But the High Priestess is between both. And that's, and you're stopping yourself to move towards your truth. So you're just waiting, watching and waiting for results. But they're giving you what to do. You're overthinking it, Nine of Swords. Well, it's not over. It's what are they scared of? What is this fear? It's fear of the unknown. Fool's here. Fear of the unknown. Yeah, that's why this is about control. Controlling your physicality. So this is I thought it'd be, well, I've been saying, I thought it'd be love, but it's about loving yourself. Like I said, as within, so without. If you absolutely love yourself, then you attract loving things. I don't literally, although in the counselling thing, there will be a folder about your person, right? Of extra things to do for your person. I'm doing another video, not today, but another one about your person. So I've got a folder about your person, how you don't fuck it up, let's just say. But generally, you love yourself, loving things come towards you. I don't need to pinpoint specifics of you telling me about your situation with your person. I don't need to know nothing about your person. All I've got to do is get you to love yourself. And that's about being both higher and as above and as below. And that's what you're not understanding. Other people, like I said, with like, you can make a Facebook group, you can make a YouTube channel and then say, everyone join a Facebook. Like I tell you and others tell you to go to the Facebook and then call it community something. Joe Blogs community. And then you can large, look, I've got a community over there. That's not what we are about, like workers, starseeds. High Priestess here. We are about freedom, sovereign beings, right? And that's what it is. You're failing to listen to, like, how does acupuncture, Reiki, stretching and all that kind of thing make someone free? And the fear of going to that because it's harder work. Ace of Pentacles. To get the Ace of Pentacles is hard work. But Eight of Pentacles, 8, not ace, 8 is when you connect with higher mind, where manifestation works. So the Fool here is about being foolish. I'm just saying. Right? And expecting your person to come. But you ain't jumping off. You're like, I'm just here healing. And that's what most of the spiritual people think. I'm healing. That's all you get. You're over there healing, right? But what are you doing on the practicality? It's not you. You're not sent from 5D. It's not like this exact, but let's just play, go with me. You're not sent from 5D to planet Earth to go and do 5D stuff, such as crystals, Reiki, acupuncture. I can't see it's not just me. It is not so. You're supposed to do both. You're supposed to teach yourself and others, right? Learn yourself and teach others. You connect as above and below, right? And you fear some element of it. Like I said, when people come in mission, they're either too galactic or they're just 3D and they don't want to go up there. That's it. But you think, that healing is enough. The third party, like I said, look, drinking. You see? I'll go out with the girls, negative, right? Have a couple of drinks, negative, right? I've got to get dressed up to get attention, negative, right? How many negatives is here, right? I've got some fake boobs here, right? My picture, she's got fake boobs, look. Negative, because I need attention, right? All this kind of thing. But can you see, all of them got their eyes closed, right? Except for this one, but these two, right? But I'm a spiritual leader, Sophia. I'm like, what the fuck? What? Third party, 7 of Swords, right? You're lying to yourself. Also think, look, this is what you're saying your person is right now. Slow as fuck, casual, and a liar. But you see, I told you the mirror of you. Let me show you these cards here before. So this is about loving yourself. I can't help but, you know, it is what it is. And that's why I don't have many views. You go to someone else who says, listen, your person's coming back, or yeah, he's out of order, he's fucking about, 7 of swords, da, da, da. Thousands of fucking views. I don't care about that. I only want the people who are, it's Judgment Day. That's what I'm getting. It's Judgment Day. Because you lot follow me, you knew the darkness was coming. So let me just, you know, chuck a couple of these. These are that. So I've incorporated these tarot training cards with my cards. So, because of, I was going to do a PDF, but you get your higher downloads. You learn the basics and then you get your own higher downloads of a reading, specifically for you. Everyone in mission will say, I kick their ass. I do, to get you to your better version. But I'll never say anything about your tarot reading. Never, ever say anything. I'll say about lighting. I'll say about presentation. I'll say about you need a loudspeaker. I'll say about SEO. I will never say about, because you've got your own downloads. They guide you. So anyway, that's why I've incorporated that in there. Oh my gosh, it freaks me out when I say stuff and then they chuck it in. And I said, you heard me say about why isn't it the devil? Yep, the devil's here. How many readings am I getting the devil, right? Vices, unhealthy attachments. Like I said, Sophia, what the fuck is food got to do with any of this? My person, the situation, twin flame, unhealthy attachments is the devil. That's why I'm putting it into the counselling. Unhealthy attachments. Oh, Sophia, my friends, they're really loving and supporting. Fuck off. They're probably slagging off your twin flame, right? They will probably say, do you listen to that woman, right? Over Abraham Hicks. If you put, you wouldn't even dare send them a video of me, right? How I speak, but I'm the most loving out of all. There is still no one. I don't think in my lifetime there will be a community built like this, right? I don't think so, because they won't do what I do to build it. Capricorn, Major Arcana. Oh, I did. Well, you know, I don't really know the cards. 9 of Cups, selfish. So this is like, you know, I'm fucking off my person, Sophia, because he's selfish. But 9 of Cups is you being selfish. And selfish is a reflection of you loving yourself. You're attracting someone who's lying, who's slow, who's casual, shag buddy, right? Third party, because you are that within, the devil. Unhealthy attachments. What do you want me to say, right? You want to change that, you change within. That's why I've created the counselling. What do you want me to say? Look, check this out. Mirror, right? Mirror. Alchemy. Oh my gosh, check this. To manifest your pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, you have to take consistent action, right? Consistent action. This is you like doing yoga. Well, where's all the rest of the stuff? I don't know how long you've been following me, the background crew, but you would know how much stuff I'm constantly saying, consistently, right? Twin flames are meant to be a mission. Start or step up your twin flame mission program. Oh, this means for people in mission as well. So this is about, yeah, you just take one action. And it's generally the like I said, it's like there's this trend of tarot, maybe Kabbalah, right? Not much know about the Kabbalah. Reiki, acupuncture, crystals. There's this trend of this and self-love. Or there's this other, right, with the high priestess of downloads, astrology and that. But you got to have the balance of both, is what I'm trying. as above, so below. Because, you know, yoga and stretching and meditation and all that kind of thing, let's just say that's down, but that's 3D, right? Then you've got to collaborate. You've got to be the same. Truth is your truth here. Because earth, air, water, fire. You have to have all elements here to manifest, which is alchemy, correctly on this physicality. So let's see what your person's thinking or feeling at the moment. So the separation's there. But like I said, I feel this is a massive regeneration, a wake-up call. So you go back, started properly with what this is about. Enlightenment with the sun here. Enlightening you to what you're supposed to really do. I always have the back of the people in mission, so it's not the problem with that. What are you fearing? Why are you fearing? I want to love you, but I don't know how. I was in denial of this connection. So the love in you is you don't know how to love yourself. Well, how can you? You wasn't loved as a child. Now, before you say, oh, fuck off, Sophia, I didn't love my children correctly yet when they were younger. Hence, I've got a video, accountability and forgiveness, right? I didn't neither. All this comes to me when I opened up this channel 3 years ago, right? But it's true. And because your parents didn't know about love. There's a belief system. So how can you love? Like people say to me, and I'll be in your face. I say to them with counselling, which is in the counselling program, do you feel loved? If they say yes, it's a delusion, right? Disassociation. But generally they say actually no, right? And then I'll break it down. They go, yeah, you're right. No. My ebook will break down if you think you was loved or not. And I promise you'll be going, yeah, I wasn't loved, right? But here's the contradiction. But I love my children. If you don't know how to love, I promise you don't know how to love your children. End of. Right? You are following patterns from your parents, right? And I have a test. Go in my playlist. There's something called Balancing Out the Masculine, Feminine and Tests. Go check that out. If you think, fuck off, Sophia, go in the playlist and check out that test. It's called Balancing Out Masculine, Feminine and Test, right? And do that test, and I promise you're following your parents' patterns, which were negative. And I promise you, your children are following your patterns of non-love because you can't love because you don't know what love is. And guess what they're going to do? They're going to attract on loving situations because you're not changing. This is why we are here as lightworkers, twin flame, starseeds. Denial of this connection. You're in denial of what this fucking connection is. You think it's a twin flame, it's a title. And I have another video which you get with counselling about what's it called? Seeing the variants. Twin flames are known as just a label title of a relationship, right? But we're more than that. We're celestial beings. We are here to unite together. All celestial beings, right? To show as above, so below, right? We are from up there to unite to say that, you know, as above is connected to below. Like I said, there's a separation of spirituality still separated. So you don't know what this connection is what I'm trying to say up in here. And that's what you think, oh, a person he or she's over there because she don't know how to love me, right? Well, you don't know how to love yourself. I promise you, if you did, you'll be with your person and you'll be doing something like this. You wouldn't be over there with the other spiritual leaders, all separated and all this kind of thing. And denial of the connection. They're not connecting with twin flame or anything like that. They're not having this enlightenment that they're twin flame. It will change if you're working on yourself, like I said, removing the dark. So all you got to do is transmute the negative. The problem is that you don't think about what the negative is correctly. That's what I'm saying. You're in denial of this connection. Self-love, yes. and people go to sexual abuse or childhood, but I'm like, it's more than that. It's unhealthy attachments. Unhealthy attachments. That's what negative is, not your person, right? It literally doesn't make a fucking difference. If you come away from your person, you still won't move forward in life. You still will have shitty situations. You'll still be skint. You'll still be lacking. There will be no difference by you coming away from your person. They are mirroring to you what you need to work on. That's what you need to understand. So please join the new Facebook. Even if you had the Facebook before, check out the link below. It's got the new Facebook link in, and join up there. We put far more stuff in there. And contact people on the subscription list if you want to do counseling or image readings, or check out any information about any of this community. Go to Sheetel. It's on contact page on the website. If you want to get in mission, it's Andrea or Lorraine, right? Go to the website, has everything there. I'm out. Speak to you later.